What has been the biggest difference working on that series as opposed to this one?
I think the biggest difference has been forgetting all the mechanical babble and learning all and trying to sound convincing.
And how's she doing, Joe? And how's she doing with that?
She's very convincing. More often than not.
I have no idea what I'm talking about.
I developed a rap, take a look at it, things like that.
Has like the crew, work with different crews been giving you a different feeling?
Not really. I mean, I'm well.
Honesty, that was good.
They're like my family. I'm still a new kid.
Now you're part of a new family.
He's my mom.
I really grow on people though.
I know you got focus.
I'm partial to the Firefly cast as well.
The men are better looking on this show though.
It's too late.
I always felt myself as a Nathan Fillion type.
Very similar. Very similar. Yeah.
Jane?
I have two questions about something called the first thing and I was wondering if you could tell us what the fans, the viewers.
No change. I mean, it's like we've set everything up, and now season 4 we just like tear it all apart again. I mean, it's just it's been a very neat sort of mix of characters this year. I mean, people talking to people who don't like having conversations between McKay and Ronan that never would have happened beforehand. It just sort of it seems like Joe and Paul have sort of thrown us into the blender and made us sort of interact with characters that we wouldn't normally have in the past and in a different way. So it's definitely it's definitely a very sort of character-centric season. Plus, you got Amanda, you got Jewel, it's Katie Brown going. But Katie's got a few ladies to deal with. So,
Very good.
Yeah. And what with being better than the Firefly cast is, I think it's going to be a good season for McKay.
I'm not going to live that down now.
Do you want to add anything to that?
No.
I'm blogging it right now.
You pretty much sums it up. I mean, this season, more than any other season, the opportunity to really focus on the characters, not just sort of in a general sense. Relationships that we didn't have an opportunity or we didn't explore. Bird and Dr. Keller, who, have both been terrific additions to the show. I think this season is just full of surprises, full of really good, character stuff, and a lot of, mind-blowing visual effects that I love the season.
And the city moves, correct?
The city moves at the end of season 3, yeah.
So,
we're
catch up.
I want to watch it, Kevin.
I'll watch the good ones.
And you guys are in space, right?
But for those who didn't know.
How do you breathe underwater?
That's a good question. Yeah.
Well, first I have a quick statement. My friend told me that if I saw you are his favorite, so I said,
Oh, me too.
so that works out. But my question is for Chris and Ben. Especially Chris, you've been on the show for 10 years. What do you, or go to different things, or eventually maybe join?
Haircut, maybe?
I like it. You don't have to.
We're going to coach our kids football. I think we've now officially retired. We've got a good down payment on a couple of wheelchairs. I think we're pretty much done.
Yeah, well, football practice started this week, so that's first on the list. But after that, Chris has got a project that he's been writing. I have a project. 6 hours. I have a 6-hour miniseries that I'm in. So that's first up. Absolutely. So, there's...
But don't worry, you won't like him either.
Ma'am?
I like them already.
Go ahead.
My question is for Jewel. You're not only new to the show, but your character is replacing to be replacing such a popular character.
I don't...
Like, here's the answer to this.
And how do you breathe underwater?
You can't replace a very popular character on a series. Carson Beckett is part of the mythology. It's just that, the story changed and they needed someone else to come in, and you would never replace someone like Carson Beckett.
Excellent.
Asking proves you can't replace it.
She was actually going to say whose cars are next.
I don't feel like I'm replacing anybody. It's sci-fi. People can come back. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that.
And where do you see, you have a place you see yourself take?
Oh, no, well, I think in season 9, we'll probably fly the city somewhere and meet Serenity somewhere.
We just hit something.
Not my two favorite cats together.
Nope, you're still in the hole.
We're going to want the tape.
It's going to take all day.
Is it true that Jane will want a staff weapon and a Zach?
Yeah, probably. And I don't think we should get anywhere near Carter.
No,
Yes,
still
ma'am.
there.
Lady with the hat?
Yeah, do you plan to, this is the deal?
I don't know. The word positive energy, but we are very hopeful that it
Sir?
Robert, question. You guys recently developing a third Stargate series. Can you guys comment on the type of Stargate? I'm also curious.
Unfortunately, the answer is no, I can't comment on it. The fact of the matter is that Stargate, I can't really speak for the happening in the next little while. I know that I'm very excited about the movies, about Atlantis, about the future, and coming out sometime next year. The franchise is, alive and well, and then and what is all.
Ma'am?
Well, I just had to say, well, David, you're on a water bottle, so
You can
I don't
definitely
think
taste the cake.
Firefly, yeah. See, Firefly never got in a water bottle, right?
That's true.
Now, it's a good likeness.
I don't see Nathan on a bottle of water.
I know. Or toys.
Actually, that's McKay on the water bottle. If it's David,
Oh,
we
maybe I'll
have
have to
to
look.
pay him.
I'll have to look, that's true. Oh, I don't know, it says
Oh.
David Hewlett on the bottle.
That's $1 for water.
Any more questions?
Yeah, I do actually, for Amanda.
You're a runner.
You're the longest runner. I mean, you're here at Comic-Con, do you just get mobbed? I mean, are the fans...
I think a lot of people are reticent to see much change on the show that they love. But we just went out on the floor, and Ben and Chris and I don't think people recognize we belong here. That's what it is.
We'll have to arrange a mobbing.
At the beginning of your career, that this would be actually something for you.
I simply wouldn't prostitute myself for my art. I don't even think 11 years later on a sci-fi series, I'm like, woo! Yeah.
Yeah, you got old collectible hooker shoes now.
Yes, sir.
That's a very blessed position.
How much impact does the feedback you get from fans at a convention like that?
I'm online, and I mean, it's always interesting to hear feedback from fans, but in reality, fandom is so fractured that it's really tough to basically say, well, we should listen more to this certain group has to say or that certain group has to say. Overall, it's interesting to get a sense of what episodes work for them in general and what episodes don't. So, in that respect, it keeps us mindful of just in general what works and what doesn't, and having back. But in general, it's always good to hear what the fans have to say, and occasionally.
Your character actually seems just like the wind, by the way.
He's like the fat guy, big brother.
And yet he's close. That's how he stands for the one.
The fact is that we're in the writer's room, we're all just hope that we're part of a greater audience that will watch it too. Trying to predict what people want doesn't have a lot of passion in it at all. Our greatest writers is to, watch that.
We have time for one or two more questions. I know this lady has one.
Robert, I wondered if you had waited and used the movie.
But it's funny because we had deals to all. It was the first year in a long time that I personally expected to be doing another season. Of course, over 5 years. I personally wrote like 4 finales, so that does it. There were a lot of conversations going on. We had kind of planned.
One more? We'll see you all at 1:15 if you want to join us for the panel.